At number 5. Google Pixel Range. Google have recently released the Pixel 4 and Pixel 4 XL. Although the Google Pixel phones are rated well by Xomark for video, we have found they have a weakness when it comes to low-light filming. Feedback says the Pixel phones introduce more noise than other phones, even when pulling down the ISO using a third-party app. There's little extensive testing to be found out there when it comes to shooting video with the new Pixels, so we will have to wait and see if they have improved this. However, as far as we can tell, Google haven't done much to their Pixel cameras apart from adding more lenses. Ultimately, Google, like many other Android smartphone manufacturers, have focused their camera features on shooting still images. When it comes to video, they aren't thinking much beyond the casual user who wants to shoot quick clips of their family or friends. Note from Filmic Pro that while Pixel 1 and 2 smartphones work well with their app, Pixel 3 series devices currently contain some instabilities at high frame rates and also exhibit some audio framework errors that become apparent when playing back footage on a desktop machine. At number 5. Google Pixel Range. Google have recently released the Pixel 4 and Pixel 4 XL. Although the Google Pixel phones are rated well by Xomark for video, we have found they have a weakness when it comes to low-light filming. Feedback says the Pixel phones introduce more noise than other phones, even when pulling down the ISO using a third-party app. There's little extensive testing to be found out there when it comes to shooting video with the new Pixels, so we will have to wait and see if they have improved this. However, as far as we can tell, Google haven't done much to their Pixel cameras apart from adding more lenses. Ultimately, Google, like many other Android smartphone manufacturers, have focused their camera features on shooting still images. When it comes to video, they aren't thinking much beyond the casual user who wants to shoot quick clips of their family or friends. Note from Filmic Pro that while Pixel 1 and 2 smartphones work well with their app, Pixel 3 series devices currently contain some instabilities at high frame rates and also exhibit some audio framework errors that become apparent when playing back footage on a desktop machine. At number 4. Huawei P40 Pro. Huawei's successor to the fantastic P30 Pro is a worthy follow-up from a camera point of view, but the phone isn't as easy to recommend as its predecessor. The reason for this has nothing to do with its hardware. It's all down to the US-China trade war and the fact Huawei can't use Google services on its phones at the moment at the behest of President Trump himself. While the P40 Pro will be a dream for anyone trying to uncouple themselves from Google, therefore, definitely read up on it before you pick one up, as the implications are far-reaching. Google stuff aside for a second, and there's no denying the camera power behind this flagship smartphone. It packs 4 cameras around the back and 2 on the front, delivering a stellar main camera with a 50MP sensor resolution and a nice and wide 23mm field of view. Come day or night, it nails it. Then there's the 5x periscope zoom, it pulls in close and stays sharp. Add to the mix an ultra-wide, GoPro-style camera as well as a depth sensor, and all your bases are covered, with the P40 Pro bettering big hitters from Google and Samsung. With up to 256GB storage and a nippy processor, internals will leave you wanting for nothing, and when they come packaged in such a beautiful glass and metal chassis, the outside matches what's within. It even feels special. Huawei has curved the screen on all 4 sides, so whether you're swiping in from up, down, left, or right, your thumb will effortlessly glide across the display. At number 3. Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus. The Samsung Galaxy S lineup is known for offering among the best camera phones time after time. The Samsung Galaxy S20 and Galaxy S20 Plus are the latest in this series and they don't disappoint. The 3 rear cameras feature great quality sensors and lenses. The system is made up of a couple of 12MP sensors and a third 64MP camera. In addition, the Plus version features a 3D ToF camera for depth reading. It's one of the most versatile mobile cameras around. There is also the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra iteration, but though it comes with more impressive overall specs and camera hardware, it lacks dual pixel autofocus, while the other 2 versions have both dual pixel and phase detection autofocus on board. This means the Galaxy S20 Ultra isn't as good at focusing, and the higher MP count doesn't do enough to warrant a recommendation. Otherwise, all three devices come with impressive performance, some of the best screens around, a great design, and all that you can expect from a Samsung flagship. At number 2. OnePlus 6.28 inches. It has a rear panel in the glass with a mirror black finish, with a slick and shiny screen. It uses Corning Gorilla Glass 5 for both the front and the rear. It is a water-resistant phone, though it doesn't have an IP rating for water and dust. The OnePlus 6 is powered by the high-end Snapdragon 845 chipset with 8 Cryo 385 cores and an integrated graphics card, Adreno 630. The screen size is 6.28 inches, and it is an Optic AMOLED capacitive touchscreen with a resolution of 1080 x 2280 pixels. The RAM is 6 GB, and the internal storage is 64 GB. It is a dual SIM, 2 nano SIMs, but there is no micro South Dakota card option for expanding storage. The battery is powered at 3300 mAh. It runs on Android 8.1 Oreo OS. The primary camera is a dual one with 16MP and 20MP resolution, and the secondary camera comes with a resolution of 16MP. It is great for shooting 4K videos, with video recording at 60 FPS, having a 5-minute limit. The videos are smooth without jerky motions. There is a super slow motion feature or mode as well that enables footage of 480 FPS at 720 pixels for a single minute. It has a gaming mode too, whereby you can control the unimportant notifications and internet usage of apps, which is very useful for playing online games. It supports face recognition as well. At number 1. Sony Xperia 1. The Xperia 1 combines 3 great cameras, wide, telephoto, and ultra-wide, with robust manual controls and a color-accurate display that's capable of utilizing the Rec. 2020 color gamut. Sony's Cinema Pro app allows you to manually set ISO, focus, and shutter speed, as well as apply LUTs to achieve different cinematic looks, and you can even shoot in the same 21:9 aspect ratio used in popular films, compressed with the H.265 codec. The Xperia 1 has 4 cameras. On the front is a middle-of-the-road 8MP selfie camera. Its photos are sharp in perfect light, but often blown out or soft in subpar conditions. However, it did have a horrifyingly bunk Facetune-style gimmick, which I joyfully exploited to make myself look terrifying. The rear cameras are much more respectable, although still not best in class. There's an ultra-wide 16mm f2.4, a 26mm f1.6, and a 52mm f2.4 telephoto lens. These cameras were good, not quite capable of the same fidelity I've found on the Galaxies, Pixels, or iPhones, but definitely nothing to scoff at. The photos I took were consistently sharp, with a pleasant saturation, if slightly greenish hue. The camera focuses quickly, and the tall chassis means the UI is always on screen. The Sony Xperia 1 is equipped with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 855, the same processor used in the Samsung Galaxy S10, OnePlus 7 Pro, and Black Shark 2. It feels just as snappy as those phones, especially when navigating the relatively gimmick-free Android 9.0 install. The other internals are good, if a bit less inspiring. The phone has 6 GB RAM and 128 GB onboard storage, which is expandable by 512 GB via microSD. The battery's the worst spec of the bunch. At 3330 mAh, it's not as large as many of the other large phones out there. Take the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. It boasts a 4300 mAh battery, nearly 25% more capacity than the Xperia. The phone can survive a day of use, but I was always cognizant of the speed the battery was draining. And without wireless charging, there are fewer opportunities to gain back a few percentages here and there. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you found it helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.